For today, I'm really excited to be connecting on this sixth part of our series, Intro to Kundalini Meditations. For today, we'll be focusing on the sixth chakra, the third eye, also known as Agya chakra. Similarly to how we hear about the third eye in pop culture, this is the seat of intuition, of a sixth sense, of an ability to connect to something higher than that just of the body. We touched on last time, we leave the body behind at the fifth chakra, Vishuddha. Now up here in the sixth chakra, we have this really amazing ability. Lord Shiva created a third eye for himself, and from this point here, he was able to jettison fire into the universe to bring light to those places where there are darkness. Similarly too, your third eye can have this great power of taking the energy of your higher self and illuminating those crevices of the world, of your own perception, which may be a little bit darkened. As the previous chakras all had a physical sense correlated to them, taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing, those comprised our physical nature. The sixth chakra cannot fall within those five physical senses, so I like to think of it as a sixth sense. When we see TV shows on psychics and mediums, and they talk about a sixth sense, a quality similar to that. I'm not saying we're all going to become psychics, but it allows us to touch even just into a thread of that energy which is beyond us. That intuitive quality, like when you go on a date, or you're in a work meeting, or you go to grab something from your fridge and you're like, something just seems off, but it doesn't smell funny, and it doesn't look funny, and all of those qualities there, but you have an inner knowing, and then you eat it and you end up in the toilet for the next 2 days. That is this quality of intuition which lies at the third chakra. This very fine, subtle quality of knowing. There's not too much more I would like to say about that. Again, we started at the root chakra, the most physical, the most gross of chakras, and it became more and more subtle. We're at a point now with the sixth chakra where this is so subtle and so ineffable. Me sitting here trying to descriptively give you some qualities on it is essentially useless. We really need to sink into activating that area, bringing Kundalini up into that, and experiencing for ourselves if and what we do feel. You ready to join me in practice? Let's begin. Finding a nice comfortable seat here. Maybe shrugging the shoulders up and down to find relaxation. Gently and softly closing the eyes. Taking a few deep breaths here to calm the body and the mind. And whenever you feel that you've cooled down enough, taking a second to watch me here. As we did in the last class on the fifth chakra, the throat, we practiced something where we took the tongue, clicked it on the top of our palate, and then stuck the tongue out. For this class, no tongue. What we'll be doing here is a similar motion. We're going to curl the tongue upwards and place it against the roof of the mouth. In doing this, finding your own way to get there, we just want to have the tongue pushing somewhere on that palate. In doing that, we're creating a physical connection between the body. We're allowing the energy to circulate and flow upwards, by building this bridge, a kundalini circuit bridge, if we want to call it that. So what we're going to do for this first practice, get our tongue into position, closing the eyes, and spending a minute just feeling that sensation. And when the mind wanders, bringing it back to the felt quality. You're ready? Again, closing the eyes, taking a deep inhale and an exhale. And on your next inhale, curl that tongue up and press against the roof. And allowing your mind and your awareness to focus upon that sensation against the palate. Almost feel what feels like upward movement. Your energy is pushing upwards in the body towards the third eye, just reaching and grasping. And as you're ready, letting that go, keeping the eyes closed. Whenever we can in Kundalini, keeping the eyes closed, feet firmly planted on the ground, reducing as much fidgeting as possible. We take in that practice of pratyahara, restriction of the senses, having one or two less things for the mind to latch onto, for the awareness to come more centered upon the kundalini that we're generating and moving along the spine. And from here, we're going to come back to my favorite diagram of this rainbow energetic person. Just in case we've forgotten, here he or she is. We can see how much great progress we've made together. We're now up at Agya Chakra, the third eye, a two-petaled dark lotus with the symbol Om residing here. That is the Bij seed mantra we'll be chanting today. We'll be chanting the word Om, sound which comes before all other sounds. I like to think of it as the Big Bang. It's a single point that as it explodes and emanates outwards, is a fragment or a portion of all creation. So too is the word Om, and so too is the power residing in this chakra. Again, you know where we're going with this. We're going to use the power of that mantra, its ability to tune the fork of the body, the mind, and the soul, the Atma. Om. Seeing if as you chant Om, pronouncing Aum, feeling it along the different parts of the body, rolling that feel it vibrate in the skull, taking this at your own pace, your own time. If you want to chant Om, 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 you want to go nice and slow, Om. You're in the driver's seat. You know what's best for you. Taking the next few minutes here, when ready, take a deep inhale and get ready and begin. Om. Your own time, continue. Whenever the mind wanders, come back to the sound, the vibration, that two-petaled lotus residing at Agya Chakra. Om. Taking 2 or so more rounds here. And as you're ready, again, important to keep the eyes closed, letting go of that practice. Sitting in this position of meditation, again, if comfortable for you, placing the tongue upon the roof of the mouth, completing the energy circuit of the body, hands either lightly clasped or index and thumb in contact, closing the circuit. An option to just sit in meditation or press the tongue up upon the palate, spending a minute here to let all that energy we've developed in this chakra move and swiftly go up and down that sushumna, that kundalini channel of the spine. Again, keeping the eyes closed, taking the palms, rubbing them together, building up heat here. It's winter, keep those hands warm. Faster. And when ready, placing the palms over top of the eyes. Look upwards towards the third eye. We block out this light from the external, attempting to touch the light of the internal world. With gentle awareness, seeing what comes to the mind, thoughts, visions, inner knowing. And in your own time, letting that go. Option to blink the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining along this practice with me today, working upon the third eye. We'll be moving into the last of our segment in the following video. Please make sure to join. We'll be touching on the 7th chakra, Sahasrara, 1,000-petaled lotus residing just above the skull. We'll be doing a complete practice, something you can take home with you to activate all the chakras of the body, get the kundalini moving upwards, letting ourselves go into bliss and transcendence.